All right, man, we have got an absolute terrific setup today. Got one of my favorite customers, Joseph Smith, with me. He's a supporter of everything Watkins, and that's a blessing. And you know, it makes my job so easy. So he's doing the video for us today. Let me tell you what's going on, and I'm excited about it because it's been kind of tough the last few days. We have found an area in the flats where the water is really moving. If you can't see it, you don't need to see it, but the water's really moving to the south, so the tide's falling. We're over a shallow bar here, and this shallow bar has a lot of what we call clump shell. It's not heavy solid shell, it's little clumps of shell, and the bait is just stacked on top of this little shallow hump. In other words, we go from deep to shallow flat, then it drops back off to a little like crab channel type of area. But we've got a hump right here. And so with the current running to the south, fish are facing north, all right? So this is the absolute best setup for the double D. But Joseph stepped out of the boat, and before I even got my wading shoes on, he had caught a 21-inch red and a 29-inch red. I mean, literally 5 feet from the boat. So the fish are absolutely in here. But when I got out and I saw these big, huge horse mullet, they're humongous, all right? This time of year, it's December, this time of year, those fish are saddled up with these big horse mullet or roe mullet, and they're looking for something small because a lot of the small bait is already starting to exit. We've got 60-degree water today, so it's a perfect setup for a double D. I like the double D shallow. I like it over, you know, individual pieces of structure like grass or like clump shell like we got here, and I like the water to be moving. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast into the current, just like that. Now I'm gonna get my rod tipped down. I'm gonna pop just like this, and swim it just like this. Now that bait's just doing just like that in the current. And I'm just bringing it over shell. There's one right there, right there. Okay, that fish got off because I got eager. We'll punch it back out there, right on that clump shell out there. Let that bait swim it down, just little bitty twitches. Little bitty twitches. Boom, there she is right there. There she is right there. See, that's money. And when the setting is right, you have absolutely got to have the right tool in your hand. And this is double D tool. I'm telling you, that's the tool. And man, I tell you, at 63 years old, I'm gonna be 64 in a few days. You know what? I know it gets better, guys, but not much.